Your first album, I Come From Hell, came out in 1977 and sold over 80 million copies.
Yeah, hugely successful, hugely influential, yeah.
Yeah, so would you blame people if they said that you haven't exactly returned to those heights since?
If I understand the question, which I'm not even sure I totally do understand the question, you're suggesting that my appeal is somewhat waned in the past couple of decades. And I would say that for anybody to really say that, you really don't understand Street Loaf. You don't understand the complete package of what I'm offering.
The mid-80s album, Lunchtime at Lost Luggage, that was considered a commercial failure.
Well, you'll have to forgive me if I don't share your individual trappings on the album, but as far as I'm concerned, that album, it might not have had the commercial or the critical acclaim that, you know, my other previous work had, but I would say that that's a damn fine album.
But one of the songs is just 3 minutes of silence.
So? I don't grasp your point.
How does that rock?
I think that, again, like any concept album, I mean, I don't really feel I should be explaining this to a journalist here, but any concept album really takes the listener through a journey. And that particular part in the album was about waiting for something, waiting for the next track.
But just going back to the debut, I Come From Hell, but I'm going back pretty soon really fast.
Sure.
The title track is one of the biggest, most bombastic rock songs I've ever heard. I just wondered how you can go from something like that to something from the Lunchtime at Lost Luggage album, you know, which has a song called I Am a Tree.
I think you're trivializing on the music. You know, it's an art form. You have to get that. You know, I would say that you can't just go in and say, you know, I've listened to I Am a Tree and I don't get it. It's like that song really it shows the transcendence from I Come From Hell 1 through to, you know, through Lunchtime at Lost Luggage through to I Come From Hell 2. It's a story, it's a narrative, you know, you have to get that, you know, and I think that's really the point that you're missing. You know, you can't just jump in there, you have to listen to I Come From Hell, and then you have to listen to Chicken Soup Addict, move on to I Am a Tree, and then you can, you know, fully experience later songs like Fluffy Cushion.
So why have you decided to move to Scotland, and in particular Bathwell, now?
Well, I mean, I was on tour in Europe, and we'd been in a small pub in Bathwell, and it was, you know, it just had such a community in Bathwell. And my countrymen, my original countrymen in America, they don't understand what Scotland is. You know, if you ask somebody what Scotland, they would think it's a cupcake or something, you know.
Tell me about your recent endeavours in charity and the work you've been doing for the community here in Bathwell.
Sure. Well, I volunteer 3 nights a week at the local soup kitchen. On a Wednesday, I will clean one of the local streets bins out. It doesn't take that long if you put your mind to it.
So what's the reasoning behind these bins? Why do you clean them?
Well, it's I don't know. It's kind of like the way I give something back to the community. It's very therapeutic. It's I don't know. Metaphor for life. You know, you get back what you put in, and the community are generally quite appreciative of it. What's going on? What are you doing?
Oh, hi.
What are you doing in my bin?
name's Colin. This is a documentary. We're making a documentary. This is Street Loaf. You know Street Loaf?
Street Loaf! How's it going, bro? You alright, man?
There's nothing that I won't do! Nothing that I won't do! Get
Yeah.
clean in the bin!
Love it when we meet a fan. I help the elderly surf the net. Sometimes I like to visit some of the elderly in the local community, you know. I like to give something back. It's nice. Hey Margaret, how's it going? You alright?
Hi.
The place looks nice. Where's the dog?
Dog's dead.
Nice, I hated that dog. Just kidding. Have you eaten? So yeah, so what you want to really do is just keep watching the screen, trying to make sure that, you know, you don't get outbid by somebody else. They might get your teapot soon, you know, and you might get it before you do, so. You can keep bidding though, I mean, you'll eventually get something, so. You too, yo. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. I will volunteer wherever I can to, you know, help local school kids learn about music, rock and roll, sex, drugs, and so forth. I wanna rock.
We want to rock.
I wanna rock.
We want to rock.
I wanna rock.
We want to rock.
There you go. So that's you've got 60 seconds left. Now, you're being outbid. Do you want to go up to 50? Somebody else has bid 45, yeah? We'll give that a go. Oh man. Out of time. Out of time. But hey, got tea here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll be good.
But many have said that you've turned your back on your real calling.
Who says? Whoa, where are you getting that from? My true calling. Who says that? I'll turn my back on it.
Some critics have.
Critics, right. Let me tell you something. I still jam with my band 3 times a week. Okay, 2. Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, Street?
Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Rock and roll? Yeah! Bottom line is, I still have a very active music career, but that doesn't mean that I can't branch off and do something else. And just because I might not have had the most impactful commercial success recently doesn't mean that Street Loaf's not going to come back with vengeance.
I want a poppity, 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 pop. You know, I want air. I want it all. Come on. Yeah. Fires of hell. Yeah. That's it. 2, 3, 4.
But you haven't released an album in 20 years.
That doesn't matter. I mean, like, you know, I don't really understand what that has to do with anything. You know, my music is my music is my music. It doesn't matter how many albums. It doesn't matter how much I'm performing. I mean, at the moment, I have a lot of things that I'm doing. I mean, you know, it's not just about music. Music is still the mainstay of my life, but it doesn't have to be everything.
Hey guys.
Hey, man.
What's going on here then?
We're just taking a look at the old girl, trying to see if we can get my trike up to spec, see if we can maybe sell her and get a few Benjamins. Right, man?
Is there anything I can do to help? Or? So this trike, it looks like it's got a lot of history behind it.
Yeah, well, it's you know, it's a kind of you know, it's a custom. There's nothing like it in the whole wide world. It's you know, one of a kind, a collector's item. It's you know, got a custom paint job, plenty of Scotland stickers to remind you that I'm now 100% Scottish. I now live here. But yeah, it's a beaut. It's hoping to get some big money for it.
So why are you getting rid of it?
Well, it's becoming a bit more of a, you know, it's more your passion now, I suppose. I've not really kind of done much on it the past few years. It's really your labor of love.
Well,
So, yeah. So I mean, obviously, Ian's like kind of picked up all the bits that are faulty that need a little bit of work done, and
So it's a bittersweet sale then, yeah?
very much so. I mean, this is my baby, my first love. It reminds me of my first wife. Big ass. All right, enough of this horse shit. Let's ride.
you gonna rate it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
gentleman will be ending up with my my sweet wheels, you know. Hey, bro, how's it going, man? You all right? Nice to meet you, man. That's the wheels there. I just want to get this helmet off. So,
What's with the camera crew now?
this is Colin, filmmaker.
Yeah, man.
Press. Here's your helmet, man. It's yours.
Thanks very much. You famous or something?
I know. Read a few songs. Might be familiar with. I got an addiction. An addiction to chicken soup.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing wrong with the bike, man. I mean, it's a sweet ride. It's just that chapter of my life is behind me, and I'm ready to move forward to, you know, a new vehicle to tackle the road with.
Just up your hand, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'll trust that that's all there and stuff, man. You know, nice to meet you.
It's fantastic to meet you too. So this is my car.
Oh yeah, all black stuff.
Oh, hi. Alright, oh that's good then. This is my car. I don't know if you want a wee drive of the car first.
I'll take a wee run in the tour de force that is your Kia.
Starstruck at all, or?
Not really. I mean, having a celebrity in your town is pretty awesome, but you know, since he's came here, he's been a part of our community. You know, he's helped out everybody that needs, you know, any help. It is really nice having, you know, a rock star in our community, but you know, nobody really sees him like that.
So what's your favourite Street Loaf song?
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Beautiful. It's wonderful. It's a piece of art is what it is. I'm thoroughly impressed, and I have to say, yeah.
So you have a deal?
We have a deal.
You have a deal then.
I want to know what it's like being there on stage in front of so many people.
Oh, it's spectacular. I mean, it's the, you know, it's better than sex. It's one of the most rewarding experiences that one can engage in. You know, I would say that it's such a shame that so few of us get to experience what that's like. You know, to come out and to stand in front of a crowd of 50,000 or more people just chanting your name. You know, Street Loaf, Street Loaf. You know, and you just kind of, you get caught up in the atmosphere. You know, you can smell the passion. You know, the emotion just kind of, it kind of wafts through the crowd and kind of infiltrates your soul, you know.
And did that affect your relationship with?
There's nothing that I won't do. Nothing that I won't do. There's nothing that I won't do.
But in terms of actually
To get some love.
the origin of the name Street Loaf as well.
You need to do your f***ing research, man.
Well, there's been
No,
some...
f*** that shit. Next question. Move the f*** on.
I want to know what fuels Street Loaf with whatever it is you do, whether it's your acting, whether it's your charity work, your music. What motivates you?
Sure. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll is integral to everything that is Street Loaf. It's the full package, you know. Rock isn't music, you know. Let's get that down. You know, rock is an abstract concept. You know, rock is this hand, it's this hand, it's these ankles, it's these ears, you know. Everything that I am is rock and roll, you know. Okay. Some people have a heart of stone. I have a heart of rock.
That's what I was gonna say. You read my mind as we were making out. That's what I was gonna say. You read my mind as we were making out. That's what I was gonna say. You read my mind as we were making out. That's what I was gonna say. You read my mind as we were making out.